Hey guys, today I want to talk about Cavite Province in the Philippines as an expat possible place to stay. And I want to talk about this a little bit because there's a lot of people starting to talk about this since I started bringing it up. And it is actually a great place. And a lot of people are talking about, a lot of people that live here already kind of know the little secrets out. But we want, there's so much room and space here in this area for a lot of expats to come here. And we have our expensive places like Tagaytay. It's a little bit expensive over there, but and that's pretty close to Manila. But let me tell you something about Cavite Province. Cavite Province is a hidden gem in a lot of different ways because there's so many different places to go. But let me talk about this. We can jump on a ferry down near Batangas and just skip on over to Mindoro if we want, and go for a couple days trip over there. We can take a ride up to Manila, and it's not too far away, and go places. And I talked about this the other day, but let me tell you something. We are in close proximity to just about everything that people want to go to as far as Westerners. Yeah, there's some Westerners that want to go to Palawan, they want to go to these other places, but Westerners tend to like to be around places that they want to go to once in a while. Let me talk about this. I'm talking about like malls. Some people like to go to the mall where it's more Western foods, things like that. We're close to Panda Express if people like real Chinese food. It's up in Manila. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. We got Texas Roadhouse. We got the Venice Mall, which is great up in Manila, that area, and we have so many things that are close by, and that's what's great about it. And I'm not a fan of going to Manila. I like going to Manila once in a while, but I wouldn't want to live in Manila. Let's face it. That's the great thing about Cavite Province. We can go get our taste of it for the day and come back home and be home by night. So that's the great part about it. And I just want to kind of share that with people because around here we got General Trias for cheap housing, and it's decent housing. I'm talking in a gated community, bungalows, 3-bedroom style homes. We got people moving in here already. Okay, I got a guy coming. He's actually on the plane right now, on the way over here, coming here as we speak. And that guy's name is Kenny. Now, Kenny, he's coming here, and he has to go into quarantine, and he's going to be here. Now, he moved into one of the small apartments that I showed already. He wants to move there, get healthy, get situated, find a girlfriend, and live fairly reasonable. And that's what I try to impress upon people. A lot of people that come here, they also want to go to General Trias. We had Darren. Darren wants to live the more upscale life, which is great, and we all can, a lot of expats can live that if you're in that range. And I'm in that range, but I'm okay living where I'm at. But if I move up, I'm okay living there too. But I kind of like having that extra cash in my hands sometimes. And, I was getting ready to move over to General Trias into a home over there, which was really cheap, by the way. It was probably going to be about $200, $240, somewhere in around that range. And it fell through and we didn't get it. But if I had gotten it, I would have been happy. We had the pool there and everything. But just recently I found out there's a place down the street here with a pool that I can go to, and it's cheap. It's cheap. It's like $3, for me to go there, and I can spend the whole day in the pool there and have at it in the water during the hot season. So I mean, that's the great part about living like where I live in Tracy Maya Terrace. But I want to reach out to people out there that are looking for a new place. They want to find a lot of good expats. They want to make some new friends and everything. They want to mix with good people. We're not looking for the alcoholics or the people that want to carouse around or out looking for prostitutes, stuff. That's not our cup of tea here. We're the type of guys that we just want to hang out, have a barbecue, have a meetup with our girlfriends or whatever, and have at it and have some fun. And that's great, for us to be able to do that here because we have a great little community here to do that. Now, we have people coming here a lot of people coming here from the U.S. over the coming year. Now, I can't say when because we don't know when they're going to open up to tourists. Some of these people have already actually started renting places here. They've already started renting places here. I've helped them find those places or whatever. They've already started filling it up with furniture and stuff. And one of those guys is the guy that's coming here right now. So he has everything set up for him. He's ready to roll. He sent all his stuff over here in advance. We got it for him. We haven't got his last package, but we got three, I think it was 3 packages already. We've already put over in his apartment. And he's ready to roll. You know, so when he gets here, he gets out of quarantine, he goes, he does whatever he has to do for his SRRV visa, and boom, we're gonna go pick him up, and we put him over in that house over there, and he's good. And we've showed that house so everybody knows kind of what it looks like. It's a small apartment for 80 bucks. He put in the AC. We put chairs over there. He's got his refrigerator. He's got his bed over there. He's ready to roll. He's all set. He's comfortable. So when he gets there, all he has to do is make his bed, and he can go to sleep if he's tired, or, you know, he's set. He is ready. He's not going to be uncomfortable when he gets here. He's got his TV up. He's got his internet in there. He has everything hooked up. It's ready. It's ready to go, and it's really, really good. But we also have another guy out there. He's in North Carolina, Nathan. Nathan's got his place started to be set up. He doesn't have some stuff in there, but he's ready to roll. And, you know, when he comes here, he just needs to put a little bit more furniture in there and buy all the stuff, you know, the regular stuff like spoons and spatulas and plates and things to wash your dishes, dish soap, all that stuff. He needs that to be ready, and he needs a few other things in there. He needs probably his Wi-Fi, unless he wants to talk to Kenny and share with him, because they live right next to each other. And it's kind of a nice place where they live, because it's up high, it overlooks, it's got a nice view, it looks beautiful there. It's kind of cool, you know, and it's very, very comfortable up there. And they're building more of those apartments right near them, okay? And yes, there's a few roosters in the area over there. I'll admit that. You know, there wasn't when we first started going over there, but I went over there. Even with the roosters there, it's okay. You know, you have to kind of get used to roosters. You kind of get used to a little bit of noise here and there. I've put up with it over here. For the most part, where I live, it's really, really quiet here. We don't have much karaoke or rooster noise. I get a little rooster noise in the morning. I tell my dog to get him, and he goes right after the roosters, and they're out of here, and they don't come back. As soon as I say that, the dog goes right after the roosters, which is really good. And you could train, if you have a dog in your area, you can train your dog to do that. I train my dog to do it, and he's really, really good at it. Also, if there's people down in the woods behind me, all I have to do is say, get him, get him. And my dog takes off down the woods, does a full search, and comes back. So I know that the woods is clear at night when I get ready to go to bed. Not that there's anything that really goes on around here, just to be safe. We haven't had any break-ins around here. We don't have much of that stuff going on, much crime going on in this area here where I live. But, you know, in this area here, it's pretty safe. It's the people have gotten to know each other, and the people here have known to, like, trust me and trust the expats that live around here. We have Daz down the street that runs the gym. Excellent guy at Titan Gym. We actually did a video on that. You can go way back into my videos, and you can see what that gym is like. And he's talking about putting a pool in there possibly. So I'm hoping that kind of happens, because that'd be great for me. And it'd also be great for the other expats that are coming here, because they want to have a pool around here. If we had a pool in this area and we make this into an expat community, let me tell you, that gym would be popping. You know, so I mean, we would have some good things going on. But I'm really excited, because I've had a lot of people call me since I did the story about Tracy Martirez as a possible expat place, and a place for people to get together and to have our group here. And it's not just to have like expat meetups and stuff like that, but once we have this group together, what will be good is that if you want to call on a friend to go to Manila with just your friend, and you want to get away from your girlfriend or your wife for a few hours or whatever, and you want to go up and go to Manila, or you want to go for a motorcycle ride or a scooter ride or something like that, or a car ride in your car, you can just go. You know, and you can jump on a bus, or you can have your own transportation, whatever. I myself, I use the public transportation here. You know, we've talked a lot about this stuff because it's kind of key and important to all expats that want to come here. And I don't want to sound like a broken record about this or anything like that about my area, but I got to tell you, I'm really happy and impressed with my area. I've been here for 4 years in this area, and let me tell you something, I don't regret one thing about coming to this area. And I'm looking forward to more new adventures with some of the new expats that are coming here. One of the adventures that I want to go on is to go to Mindoro. And if we can get enough expats to go to Mindoro with us, then I would like to get them together probably this coming year. Hire a van or whatever. Get maybe 10 of us or however many we can fit in there with all our stuff, and maybe go on a 2 or 3 day road trip to Mindoro and do whatever, do hiking or go to the beaches or go scuba diving or what have you. Just hang out and have a few drinks and have some good times. You know, just sit on the beaches or whatever. And if we want to bring our girlfriends, we can bring our girlfriends. If we don't want to bring our girlfriends, we don't have to. We can do 2 vans if we need, you know, or we can just do it all guys thing. Just all of us get together and just go have some fun and just have 3 days with the guys hiking and, you know, doing some things on whatever we want to do. We can do it. You know, we can go down there and have at it and have some fun, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, just us being us, you know, and I want to make sure that we, you know, when I say this, I want to have a really, really good group here. We have a really decent crowd of people coming in here. We have Brooke from Canada coming here. We also have Mike, who lives down the street here, and we're gonna bring him into the fold. I haven't had a chance. I want to meet up with him really, really soon. I keep talking about him, and he lives down the street. I want to bring him in with the group too, and have more. I had another guy call me today. He was saying he wants to come here. He wants to get in with the group, and I'm kind of excited about this because, you know, the more the merrier here. We've already got a small group of people here already, and we're gonna have, it's getting bigger as we speak, okay? And like I said, the best part about having a group of expats here is ride sharing, okay? Because I have a guy here right next to me, lives right next to me. It's a Filipino guy, and he just got a car, and it's a small Wigo, okay? And the Wigo goes for about 40 bucks a day, and it's a couple bucks extra for driver and for gas. And if you share that with 4 guys, because you can have 4 passengers in that car and 1 driver, okay, you're talking, you know, $10, $15 a day for a good trip going anywhere you want to go. You know, that's a steal, you know, and you'll have a driver. So I mean, we can use him, or we can chip in on a van if we want to go big and get more people. That's the great part. Or some guys might have, we have some people here that do have cars already, and they'll take you around sometimes, or once in a while you can share, you know, for the gas or what have you with them, and they're fine with that. And you know, this is the thing about living in this area. It's great, and you know, it's about sharing, keeping costs down, things like that. And the best part here is cheap rents, and I can't put that out enough, that those rents, there's a problem here because what happened was they had a housing boom here. And what they did was they overbuilt, okay? So there's a lot of rentals here that don't get rented out inside the gated communities. So they kind of sit there and fester, okay? And most of them, you just need to go in there and slap some paint in the place, and the place is like brand spanking new. That's it. But so that housing boom is to our advantage, okay? So you can come over here and you can get places in some of these gated communities for a deal. Now there's really upscale gated communities, and there's lower scale gated communities, but all the gated communities are okay. We've got Crystal Air. Crystal Air is more of like, I won't say it's run down, but it's not as fancy as like Florida Sun, places like that, or by Sun Trust or whatever. It's a little bit different. It's okay, but they have doctors and lawyers and police chiefs and things like that live in there, and it has dogs and it has its roosters. But then you have other places that don't have the roosters, but some of them have dogs. Most places allow dogs, but some places they don't have the roosters and the chickens and all that stuff, which is great. And that's what I'm talking about. We can find those here for you. Or if you're looking for those cheap places like we were talking about for 80, 60 or 80 bucks, those are commonplace here. You just got to look, seek them out and find them. Some of them you might need to slap some new, you know, put some new paint on in there, and the place will look like brand new, and it'll look like a nice little place. You might have to do a little fixing or something like that. If you're going to live in a place long term, fix it up. You know what? You know, do a long-term lease. Do a 3 or 4 or 5 year lease, and throw a little bit of money in there, and if whatever you leave behind, you leave behind. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? If If you're going to stay someplace for 4 or 5 years, yeah, it's worth putting in a, you know, a nice air conditioner or something like that. You know, put in the split type air conditioner and just leave it there. It's not a big deal. It doesn't cost, you know, you got your money's worth out of it by 4 or 5 years. We can get one of those. In some cases, I've had people offer me to put them in and everything for like $500, believe it or not. In some cases, I can talk to my neighbor. He every so often gets some deals at the place that he works at. He gets deals on these air conditioners, on the regular box types air conditioners. He gets those too. All this stuff we can find here because I've built up a close group of people to me that will give me deals, and I help them by sending them business. And one of the guys is the guys that makes the furniture, the wood furniture. He makes beds. He'll make sofas. He'll even he'll upholster furniture for you. He'll make furniture for you. You tell him exactly what you want, what type of fabric you want. He'll make it for you. He'll do all this stuff. He has the wherewithal to do that. Plus, we have the air conditioning guy. We have a plumbing guy. We have people that will hook up wiring here. All these people I can hook you up with at a great cost to you. And you know, and they're people that are really good at and decent at what they do. And that's the thing that we're trying to do here in the Philippines, in this area here. So if you want to come to this area and you want to be anywhere around Tracy Martirez within 10-15 miles of here, we can help you. We can help you find places around here. You know, and this is the place to be. I think when things open up, this is going to be a good place for expats to come, because a lot of people, they're going to these places where there's already tons of expats. And those places, people are paying through the nose because they're already filled up, and there's not a lot of rentals around, so the prices start going up. This place here, you can save. So I'm talking, if you're looking to save money, guys, this is the place to go. Any place around Tracy Martirez, General Trias, Das Marinas, Tanza, Ternate, places like that. And when you get out to Ternate, Tanza, you're getting more away from the malls and stuff like that, and from Western goods. But when you're in Tracy, you're in General Trias, you're in Das Marinas, those are the places that I'm talking about, that you got more Western goods and more Western availability close by. Or you can run up to Manila, or you can go to All Home. You can go to Landers over in Landers store like near Alabang, or in Alabang, or you can go to Imus, and you can also go to S&R. You can get your Western goods. These are all the things I'm talking about, guys. And the best part about it is, guess what? You need to jump into that airport. You can be up there probably in about an hour and a half in most cases. You know, if you leave early enough in the morning, just like that from Tracy Martirez, an hour and a half, you can usually be up to Manila. You can be up in the airport, unless there's traffic or something like that, and then it starts getting kind of funky during the high traffic times. But if you leave at certain times, you can be up there in about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and you can be on a plane out of here. You know, that's the best part about it. So for safety's sake, this is the place to look. Hospitals nearby, all that stuff is close by, and great company. You know, I mean, this here, this is my area. I live right in the capital of Tracy Martirez. The capital is a 10-minute walk away from here. I can walk to the capital. I can walk to the mall in probably about 10 minutes. 10-15 minutes, I can be at the mall walking. Or I can jump in a tricycle and be there in 5 minutes, okay? I'm close to a 7-Eleven. I can walk down the street. I'm 2 minutes from the gym. I'm 2 minutes from 7-Eleven. 2 minutes to a gas station. And I'm 2 minutes to a church, okay? So, and we got new people moving here, and they're gonna find out just how great this area is. And guys, I hope in the future we can get a few more good guys to move here. If you're a great guy, you're looking for some company, you know, you believe in the old-fashioned beliefs or whatever, come here. You'll like it. Trust me. You know, we're old school people here, and we're looking to get some more old school people in here that are good, decent people, friendly. You know, we like to keep it friendly, and we can try to keep the politics out of the talk. You know, because forget the politics back there. We live here now. We don't have to worry about all that crap. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. And remember what I said. This might be your place, Cavite Province, just below Manila. We're near Tagaytay, Batangas. We can jump over to Mindoro. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.